All right, so you'll see under sandwiches and pizza, I haven't put the recording in yet. Basically, I'm just going to record this class and put it up into Canvas. So if anybody needs to go back and look at it, they can. Today, we'll cover varieties, components of sandwiches. We'll go vegetables, proteins, condiments, and I will include, hold on a sec. I did a trip to Kroger yesterday and brought the old GoPro with me. And I basically recorded all the stuff and components for sandwiches and pizza there because they have so much stuff. Hold on, let me find. Okay. So here's the homework, week 19, homework number 4, 4 questions. And then let's go ahead. Sorry, I keep getting more people in here. Let's go ahead and get going. All right. Let's go down to PowerPoint. Okay, so we're going to start off up here. Sorry, more people just keep popping in. I got to add them. This is not working. All right, this is real quick. This is one of my, you know how I love my videos. This is 13 sandwiches from around the world. These are only like 2 minutes long though. So bear with me. I know it's kind of goofy, but I don't know. I like seeing them build sandwiches. So accompaniments, you have, this is just bare minimum. So it could be, condiments would be ketchup, mustard, horseradish sauce. That isn't even like the tip of the iceberg of stuff you can put on a sandwich. If you guys actually, I'll do a video of my fridge at home. It's almost disgusting about every time I see something that I've never had before, I'm like, ooh, I have to buy one of those so I can put it on my next pile of stuff. Fresh and pickled vegetables. And I have pictures on a couple slides from now. That doesn't just mean pickles. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are pickled. French fries or chips, these are all accompaniments. Potato salad, slaws, fruit, cookies, anything that they serve with a sandwich these days. All right, so this is another quick one. This is part 2 of sandwiches around the world. As far as beef goes, we're going to talk about the meats a little bit. And basically, when I went to Kroger, I went through the entire deli. I got a lot of stares by the employees because I'll just walk around, with the camera, and they're just kind of staring at me like, oh God, what is he doing? But I got a lot of good footage of everything that you could possibly put on a sandwich. So, you know, roast beef slices, hamburger patties, that goes in that realm of beef, small steak, like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, sliced or whole. If you've ever been to the state fair, the prime rib sandwich is like king there. These thin cut prime rib sandwiches, just grilled, are really good. Corned beef, pastrami, sloppy joes, beef hot dogs. I mean, there's so many things under beef. All right, well, let me do this one. I gotta say, that is the most giant cholesterol-filled sandwich I've ever seen. All right, some of those you guys have probably picked up on, that some are similar to the video from yesterday, if you were paying attention. But some of those are similar, but they're up close and personal. And then some of those I've never even heard of, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, so other sandwich components, mayonnaise-based salads. So this has a lot of different stuff in here. I put the pictures on here. So there's ham salad, if you've never had that before. If you like ham, it's actually pretty good. Egg salad. This is a chicken salad with apples and I think it's apple pecan and red onion. This bottom one is a lobster roll. So this is in the mayonnaise-based category because it is a seafood, because we're going to get to seafood in a second. But it's got a mayonnaise-based dressing on it, okay? There's a really good place I'm going to show you in this next couple slides that's local to here. If you've probably heard of it, but I had a lobster roll from there recently, and it was absolutely delicious. So egg salad, tuna salad, chicken salad. Chicken salad, there's so many varieties now. If you go to like Panera or any of these places, they have like curry chicken salad, regular chicken salad, like Cajun chicken salad, buffalo chicken salad. I mean, there's so much stuff, and it's so easy to make. Like, you could pick up a rotisserie chicken from Kroger in a bottle of what is like the Frank's, not their Red Hot, but just their buffalo sauce. Mix it all together, throw some cheese on it and a bun, and it's, easy. Okay, fish and shellfish. One of my favorite categories. So these are different fishes and shellfish that you can put on there. This is a sardine sandwich. I don't know if you guys have ever had anchovies or sardines. Anchovies are extremely salty, but they're good on certain things. If you've ever had a Caesar salad, anchovy is what's in that dressing that makes it taste that way. Sardines are small fish that you eat pretty much the whole thing. You can even eat the head of those things, but they taste like just a stronger tuna salad. I don't know if that helps. This is called a po' boy. They have different types. This is a shrimp po' boy where you just deep fry the shrimp, put a dressing on the top after that. It's not tossed in the dressing per se. Bagels and lox, fried fish. So this fried fish picture is from a place called Kaplinger's that's just east of here. Absolutely amazing seafood if you are interested. Pork products to go onto your sandwiches. Pretty much, you know, what you're thinking. Roast pork, which could be a pork loin, pork tenders, ham, bacon, Canadian bacon. So the difference between Canadian bacon and the bacon you're used to, Canadian bacon is typically a pork loin that's smoked, whereas the bacon that we're used to is the belly of a pig. So that's where you get this meat right here. That's the belly. You see the layer of fat, then a layer of meat. That's basically like a human anatomy too. And liverwurst, which is an unsmoked version of Braunschweiger. This is Braunschweiger right here, if you've ever heard of it. It's basically typically a pig liver pate that they smoke. Really good. Chicken sandwiches. So if you guys go to the store, you've probably seen the giant, you know, they have these big round, perfectly shaped things of turkey and chicken. I'd hate to tell you, but sometimes the turkey breast is whole, like a whole muscle, or it's two turkey breasts that they use this like edible glue pretty much to adhere them together to make that giant turkey breast. Then they have like different types of chicken in the deli. I've never seen a chicken that's, you know, this big. So what they do is they typically do a chopped and formed, mechanically chopped and formed chicken breast. That's what you see as the deli meat. Like when you see the deli chicken, sometimes even if it's a whole muscle, they'll basically like glue these pieces of chicken together and then cook them like that, and then it'll come out like this perfectly shaped piece of meat. But you can look at it. If you go to the deli and get like the really nice chicken breast and they slice it thin, you can hold it up and you can see these different muscles on there. But chicken breast itself is one solid muscle. So that's a chopped and formed item. Cheeses, this is just a deli counter. Like there's so many different cheeses in there that you could put on a sandwich. It's ridiculous. Pickled vegetables. These are pickled vegetables I took a picture, or I didn't take a picture of, I found a picture of. Because not only do you have pickles, you have like kimchi, you have giardiniera, which is like an Italian pickled, I think there's peppers, cauliflower, that kind of stuff in there, carrot. And then there's a very similar one in Mexican food too that they serve. That's a hot version of like a giardiniera, like actually temperature hot. Pickled peppers, artichoke hearts, whatever. And then condiments, this is just a small picture of the condiments because there's so many other different things, you know, from, you know, barbecue sauces, sriracha. Vegetables, you know, we're going to go through that in a second when you see my wonderful video of the different veggies you can put on stuff. And then last, other fillings that you could use, jelly, boiled eggs. You could put fresh and dried fruit. Like a lot of people put dried cranberries, craisins into chicken salads. And then this picture up here is hummus. I don't know if you've never had hummus. It's really good. It's basically garbanzo beans, chickpeas, ground up with tahini paste in it, which is like a ground sesame seed. And then you could put lemon, garlic, whatever you want. And then tabbouleh. That I didn't have a picture of the tabbouleh on here.
Good morning.
Hold on.
This is Dolores Anderson. I am calling a shelter-in-place drill is place of a fire drill this morning. I'm using my card, my ID, and using the code to provide it for accessing the overhead intercom page.
Okay.
Shelter in place means finding.
Sorry, they're doing an overhead announcement right now. It's really loud.
Staying there until you are given an all clear or told to evacuate. You may be asked to shelter in place because of an active shooter.
Okay, I'm just going to talk over it. So the other part is peanut butter or nut butters. So cashew butter, hazelnut, peanut, pistachio, pecan, macadamia nut.
When the drill is complete, administrators and custodial.
Sorry, this is a really long announcement that I can barely talk over.
Who may not be in class.
Okay, So they can make a nut butter out of any nut. Okay. So if you guys want to see this process, you could buy nuts and just grind them up with a little bit of oil and salt, or go to Fresh Time Market over here or down the street from school, and they have grinders there. So you can get fresh ground peanut butter. You see the peanuts up top. You can get salted or unsalted. I think they even have one where you can add honey to it, but you just hit the button and it makes you fresh ground peanut butter. So, and they do that with many different nuts. All right. So let's go down here. I'm gonna move this up. I'm gonna show you guys my my fun-filled video. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk through this thing because it's kind of all right. So just walking through there, you can already see, like, this is in the produce section. You have avocados, tomatillos, tomatoes. Then I go over and it's like, well, you can get your accompaniment right there. There's different, tons of different types of apples, oranges. Tomatillos, those little green things you guys just saw, are salsa for salsa verde. If you remember from last semester when I made salsa verde from scratch, you guys, I don't know if you remember that or not, but that's one thing. So mushrooms, different lettuces, coleslaw mix. Look at all the dressings that are there. If this gets you dizzy, I apologize. But all the different salad mixes, you have bitter, you have sweet, there's arugula, there's cabbages. There's, well, then we get into this section for like the organic stuff. Yeah, sweet lettuce, green onions. For accompaniment, you can grab some spinach and do sauteed spinach and put that on your salad. There was cabbage to make coleslaw. I mean, it's endless. And then if you don't want to cook anything, you can go to these little cases and they have your deli meats, cheeses. This lady got really shocked when I came up right next to her. She was standing in front of the salad mixes. So right here, oh, I want to go back to that one. Okay, so that right there, you have ham salad, potato salad, coleslaw. Gosh, I don't remember. There was several different types. There was a lot of stuff in that little case right there. All right.
The drill is over. Please resume to class.
Okay, then those are all your Italian cheese. So the list goes on. And if you guys are going to kind of pick up on this, that I didn't realize it until yesterday, but these are all cheese. My camera jobs are horrible. Cheese, deli meats. And then they had these different accompaniment salads already in there made, so you could have your little side dishes. Let's go through. Okay, so I keep going through the deli. Then once you get to breads, Kroger, Meijer, all these places have like a lot of different fresh baked breads. Some of these breads are baked on site. A lot of them, Kroger has a giant warehouse on the east side by Shadeland that they bake almost 90% of their stuff there and then ship it out to each store every day. And I got to get some Hawaiian rolls around there. I think that's the one thing I did grab. All right, keep moving. So as I leave the deli, I'm like, oh yeah, here's this little case over here. You have smoked salmon, there's crab meat, there's crab salad. I mean, there's so many different things that are already prepared that you can put, sandwich stuff. Deli case, same thing. 99% of the stuff in here you could buy a small piece of and, make yourself a sandwich. Bacon. But basically, I just keep going through here. This is not, there we go. All the different steaks, chicken, pork. So this is your meat sections, okay? So, like I said, the possibilities are endless with how you make something. Think about owning your own restaurant. You could go into the store, like if you had a sandwich, what do they call, food truck, you just go to Kroger or some of these places, grab like 3 or 4 things you want to try making that week, and then that'll be your that'd be your business. But then you get into this section. This has like more deli meat. sausages, pickles, hot dogs. If you think about it, all this stuff is for sandwiches. It's almost ridiculous how much of the entire grocery store is dedicated to sandwich food. And of course, chips. All right, I'm going to skip through some of this because there's just so much. It's ridiculous. All right, I keep going. Go down the bread aisle. And these are the Pullman loaves, like I was saying yesterday. So you have the long, skinny loaves that are equal pretty much in size, sliced up. I'm getting myself dizzy. Bagels, English muffins, and then you get to the pickled items. You know, this is all pickled. There's everything in here. You can do olives, pepperoncinis, peppers, capers. Then it gets into sauces and condiments. I mean, it's almost endless about how much of this stuff, if you think about it, is geared towards a sandwich. You know, because if you go to the pasta section, it's like 8 feet. You know, pasta, another 6 feet of tomato sauce. That's the entire section for pasta. And then as far as like salads and sandwiches, that's pretty much the majority of what we eat. Okay, trying to figure out how to make this go a little faster. Okay, tortillas. All right, here we go. And then get down the pizza aisle. So even international stuff, I took this because this is what I was going to kind of talk about tomorrow. But you have egg rolls, wontons, empanadas. There's pre-made burritos. These are all sandwiches. And then of course you have the pizza aisle, which is absolutely massive too. Oh, those are the little crustable things I think you guys have in the cafeteria. Hot Pockets, that's a sandwich. I know you guys are really enjoying my video right now. I'm going to skip through some of this because I know it's kind of redundant. But the more I walked through, I just kept realizing, I was like, there's so much stuff in here that is like sandwich related. So you'll think about it next time you go to the store. And then here's like breakfast stuff, like crescent rolls. I've never seen anybody use a cinnamon roll for a sandwich, but biscuit sandwiches, croissants.
What store is that?
That's Kroger on 86th Street. And then you go in, and then they even have, like I said, the pre-whipped butter spreads. That was a garlic parmesan, I think, for putting on the sandwich, or even bread, toast, whatever you want to do. And then cream cheeses. If you've noticed, cream cheese has come a long way. You know, they got bagels there, of course, but all the different flavors of cream cheese that you could put and make a sandwich with it as well. Because like bagel sandwiches are really good. And once again, more sliced stuff. All right, so this whole aisle is like the Kroger brand and Kraft cheeses. And that's pretty much it. I know it was 8 minutes worth of stuff, but just let it sink in of how much product in that whole store is geared towards convenient food, as far as like you could fill up a whole grocery cart and have $200 worth of product just to make sandwiches, just for lunches and stuff like that, and pizza. So, all right. So that's what we have for you today. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this. If you guys go in here, this is your homework for today. It's the sandwiches and pizza, week 19, homework number 4. Just go ahead and start on it. I'm gonna upload this video so you guys can see everything we just talked about. Does anybody have any questions? No?